juice, smoking hella blunts. In the stool on the regular, making moves on the cellular. The way I move isn't similar. The way you do don't resemble us. My whole crew got the juice, smoking hella blunts. And we keep rolling up, smoke them down, pass them round, they don't know about us. Hold me back up, hold me down, still gon' run it up. Said hold me back up, hold me down, still gon' run it up. Hold me back up, hold me down, still gon' run it up. Hold me back up, hold me down, still gon' run it up. I'm still gon' run it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second ever episode of JM Promotions. I am your host, JM, and we are live on the BCW 2K YouTube channel. And tonight is another tournament, this time for the first ever JMP Women's Champion. We are debuting 6 brand new women's competitors tonight, along with introducing 2 that have some experience, but they're new to the JMP arena. So let's get right into it. We got Amber Crawford versus Tiffany Weaver coming up next. And welcome back to Providence, Rhode Island, the JMP Arena. We're live on BCW television. And coming up first, making her debut, Amber Crawford, standing at 5'9", 156 pounds, from Los Angeles, California. And for her first professional bout, she has one hell of an opportunity here to become the first ever women's champion. And as you know, folks, same rules as last week, 3 rounds. A competitor must have 3 straight wins to be crowned the champion. This is the first match of the first round, and Amber Crawford looks motivated. This Providence, Rhode Island crowd ready to get the action started. And here comes the next competitor. As it goes dark here in Providence, standing at 6 foot even, 165 pounds, from Salem, Massachusetts, this is Tiffany Weaver. Tiffany Weaver, a little bit on the dark side, coming from Salem, Mass, a notorious area of New England, known for nothing but for witchcraft. They have some great events around Halloween up there. Tiffany Weaver believes to be a real-life witch. We'll see if any of that supernatural talk translates to in-ring ability. And I gotta say, she looks ready. And this must be that vicious side we've heard about of Tiffany Weaver. Her entrance is a way to get into her competitor's head. And the lights are back on in the JMP arena. Amber Crawford, Tiffany Weaver. And here we go. And Tiffany starting it off with a side slam and now kicks to the back of the head. Taking her time though. She might want to stay on Crawford. And wait a second. And there you go. Crawford with a snap suplex out of nowhere. Picking her up. What's she gonna do? Kick to the midsection. Great right hand to the jaw. And then another snap suplex. Now Crawford with her offense. Whipping Weaver into the ropes. Luthie's press with the punches, shades of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And now Weaver's on the outside, collecting herself, back in the ring. Irish whip. And a back body drop. Putting Crawford down. Goes the kick. Crawford reverses. Nice Russian leg sweep. And so far, Crawford's been impressive. But wait a second. Great arm drag by Weaver. And a body slam. And these competitors are very evenly matched. And insult to injury, stomping on the face of Crawford. Picking Crawford up. What's Weaver going to do next? And a back body drop. It looks like Crawford came down on her head there. Wait a second. Weaver on the second rope. Hitting her with those knees off that second turnbuckle. Picking Crawford back up. Irish whip. Crawford on the apron. Oh, nice kick by Crawford. Allowing herself to get back into the ring. But wait a second. Weaver throws her on the apron again. This time Crawford ready again. Reverses the punch. Gets back in the ring. And another great suplex by Crawford. And now stomps to the upper body. Stomps to the arm. Now wait a second. She's dragging her in the ring. Is this a pin attempt? Yes, it is. The ref is down. One. And a quick kick out by Weaver. It's going to take more than that to count Tiffany's shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3. Crawford right back on the offensive, wasting no time. And look at these vicious kicks by Crawford. And now another pin attempt. 1, 2, and a kick out. Crawford looks ready. But wait a second. Now she's playing to the crowd, allowing her opponent to get to her feet. And wait a second. That's a crossface. Crawford into the crossface. And Weaver able to get the bottom rope. Counters with a nice arm drag. Weaver has Crawford up. Wait a second. Is that a tombstone pile driver by Tiffany Weaver? And is that going to be it? 1, 2, and a kick out. Crawford not going to go that easily. Tiffany Weaver hitting Crawford with that surprise tombstone pile driver. Now it looks like Weaver's upset. Very agitated that Crawford was able to kick out of that. Got Crawford up on her shoulders again. And a guillotine drop on that top rope. Just cutting the air out of the throat of Crawford. And an atomic kick. Kick to the midsection. Crawford back up. Weaver in control. Nice arm lock. Working on that shoulder of Crawford. Wait a second. Crawford now in the corner. What's Weaver doing? Just posting her up. Wait a second. Big body slam there off the top rope. Cross body. And Crawford likes the turnbuckle. Now another attempt with a high-flying maneuver with a splash. There's a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Weaver. And this is what I was hoping for, folks. First ever tournament for the Women's Championship. And you want to see all these competitors give it all they got, and a great suplex by Crawford. Weaver was in control of this match until throwing Crawford into the corner. This has been all Crawford since, and what a kick to the head. And another counter. Russian leg sweep by Weaver. Now Weaver setting up for what looks like a submission hold. Ripping at the face of Crawford, but Crawford reverses. Crawford going for a pin. Too close to the ropes. Rope break. And you're going to have to get Weaver in the middle of the ring. She is smart. And Crawford looks lost. Doesn't look like she knows what she wants to do next. But wait a second, Weaver climbing back to her feet. Must have saw that punch coming, like she had eyes in the back of her head. Now Weaver takes control. Working on that shoulder once again. And here we go. And another side slam there by Weaver. And Weaver now just stalking Crawford. Crawford slowly to her feet. Crawford up. Another tombstone. There it is. Crawford is out cold. Weaver moving her to the middle of the ring, and that's got to be it. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Tiffany Weaver is advancing to the next round. One match down in the first round. We got 3 to go. And here you can see, this looks like that first tombstone that Tiffany Weaver put on Amber Crawford. There's that big body splash by Crawford that really put her in control of the match after that point, but she got nothing but a 2 count. These vicious kicks, that kick to the head by Crawford, but then it didn't matter. That last tombstone by Tiffany Weaver put Amber Crawford away. And Tiffany Weaver stays alive for yet another match tonight here on JMP. And she is ecstatic. Well, she better save her energy, because coming up next will determine her opponent. And don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up next, we got Violet Draven going against Krystal Torres. We're going to see which one of these women has what it takes to move on and go against Tiffany Weaver in the second round. All right, and we're back, folks, here in Providence, Rhode Island, the JMP Arena. And here comes Violet Draven, standing at 5'7", 151 pounds. She comes from the Czech Republic, from a town I can't even pronounce. But this international star ready to make her state's debut here in JM Promotions, live on BCW 2K YouTube channel. And she looks very motivated, taking her time to the ring, really soaking in this crowd, or what actually looks like she's just soaking in her own reflection. She seems very sure of herself. And here we go. Coming down the ramp is her opponent from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, standing at 5'7", weighs 150 pounds, Krystal Torres. And Krystal Torres, she's definitely a crowd pleaser. This Providence crowd cannot get enough of Torres. Violet Draven, Krystal Torres, there's the bell, and we're underway. And quickly, Violet wasting no time getting on the offensive. Now a quick lockup. And now Torres in control, the headlock. Wait a second. Draven now has the scissor lock on her, but wait, Torres taking control again. This is great chain wrestling by these two competitors. Well, broken up though with a right hand. And now another lockup. Both women jockeying for position. Draven backed up into the corner. Looks like the ref is going to have to get in there and break this up. And that is a great standoff by these two women. Wait a second. Draven takes control from the rear. And Draven now just staying on Torres. And then tossing Torres like a rag doll. And what a quick suplex by Draven. Wait a second. Elbow by Torres. And now Torres with a running bulldog. Busting open the face of Draven. At least trying to. And what a great arm lock by Torres. And a kick to the midsection. Kick to the back. Torres just vicious on the offensive with these kicks. And now just slapping Draven's face off the mat. Now Draven on that apron. But quick thinking. Hits Torres. Gets back in the ring. But wait a second. Torres with the reversal. And puts Draven down. And quick thinking by this newcomer. And that's almost a 2 count right there. Torres staying on top of Violet Draven. And what a modified DDT there. And Torres now stalking Draven. What are we going to see here? A rock bottom by Krystal Torres. And that's going to be it. 1, 2, and oh, is that a kick out? I could have sworn that was a 3 count, folks, but it looks like Violet Draven was able to get her shoulder up. Now Krystal Torres going to the top rope, and that's an elbow drop from the top rope. And what are we going to see here? A drop kick to the back of the neck of Violet Draven. Krystal Torres just infuriated after that rock bottom and then a kick out. But wait a second. Violet Draven with a counter. This might be her chance to get back into this match. Irish whip. Torres in the corner. And a monkey flip right out of it. Krystal Torres right in the middle of the ring. Violet Draven catching her breath. And going right back to the offensive. Strikes to the back as Krystal Torres trying to get to her feet, but Draven just slams her right back down. Oh, look at the knees right to the gut. And again, a backflip landing her knees onto the gut of Krystal Torres. Now Draven stalking Torres, and that is a stunner. And here we go. 1, 2, and that's a kick out after the stunner. So we have now seen the rock bottom and then a kick out. And then another stunner after that and a kick out. Both these women won't give up. And wait a second. Draven goes for that flip off the second turnbuckle and it backfires. Now Torres with the pin attempt. 1, 2, and that's a kick out right there. This is back and forth action you can only see right here on JMP. Torres, vicious kicks to the midsection. Now picking Draven up. Draven counters. Knee strike to the face, and now that's a pin attempt. 1, 2, and a kick out by Torres. What a match. Both women on their feet. And what a arm toss by Draven as she climbs to the top turnbuckle. Torres smart enough to roll out of the way. Now Draven's in trouble again. Torres slamming Draven's face against the mat. Now picking her up, at least sitting her up. And a kick to the back. And here we go again. Is she going to try it again? Yup. And there it is. Rock bottom. Is that going to be enough? Is 2 enough? There goes the ref. 1, 2, and wait a second. That's another kick out after a rock bottom. And Krystal Torres cannot believe it. Violet Draven just won't give up. I don't even know if she realizes she's kicking out. I feel like she's doing it purely on instinct. Krystal Torres using all of her frustration. Snap mare. Draven sitting down. Another kick to the back. Wait a second. Draven just stands up after taking it. Krystal Torres puts Draven on her shoulders, but Draven reverses it, driving Krystal Torres right into the mat. And there, those knee strikes again. And I think now Draven's calling for her. Are we going to see another stunner now? And there it is, stunner. Krystal Torres down. Second pin attempt after the second stunner. 1, 2, 3. 2 was enough. Violet Draven moves on to the second round. She's going to move on to the second round to face Tiffany Weaver. And I can't believe it. This match was shades of an old Stone Cold Rock feud. So many rock bottoms, so many Stone Cold stunners. And for a while there, you really didn't know who was going to win. But in the end, Violet Draven pulls it off with 2 stunners. And she must be excited. Another woman here making her JMP debut. And she has another shot at becoming the first ever JMP Women's Champion. And coming up next, 2 veteran women in the ring make their JM Promotions debut, trying to become the first ever JMP Women's Champion. Jess Henderson versus Quinn Jess Henderson, a former HTW 205 Women's Champion, and Quinn, a former HTW Women's Champion. And they made their way here to JM Promotions to try to start fresh. But they're both still driven on getting gold again. We also would like to take this time to remind you, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribing to the BCW 2K YouTube channel. And when we say subscribe, turn the notifications on. Also follow BCW_2K on IG and Twitter. Also JMP__2K on IG and Twitter. And tonight, we also like to do a special thank you to Taz Beats. Look him up on SoundCloud. Taz, B-E-A-T-Z. Supplying us with the background music for this broadcast. And here we are. We're ready for action. The second match of the night. I'm sorry, third. And this match is going to be good, folks. These are the two most experienced competitors on the show tonight. And here comes Jess Anderson. 5'8", 145 pounds from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like I said earlier, former HTW 205 Women's Champion. And she's trying to make her JMP debut by becoming the first ever JMP Women's Champion. And Jess Henderson ready to go. And the lights have gone off in the JMP arena, and here comes the silent but deadly Quinn. Quinn, a former HTW Women's Champion at 5'7", 151 pounds from Cincinnati, Ohio. She knows what it takes to be a champion, and she's trying to get there again tonight. And I gotta say, that entrance can be very intimidating. Likes to get in the head of her opponents just by making her presence known. And here we go. Jess Anderson, Quinn, match 3 of round 1. And look at Quinn, impressive. Taking down Henderson right off the bat. And trying to get a head start in this match. And look at that. I don't even know what to call that, but that's a pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me? Quinn makes short work of Jess Henderson and moves on to the second round. That's the quickest match in JMP history. Look at that maneuver. That's all it took. I don't even know what to call that. But it was right into that awesome pin combo. And Jess Henderson didn't even know what hit her. Easy 3 count. And Quinn moves on to the next round. And I got to say, that's definitely going to help her in this tournament. Give her the endurance. Because she barely broke a sweat. Unbelievable. Quinn shocking this crowd in Providence, Rhode Island in her JMP debut. And I can't believe it. That was nuts. And we're moving on, folks. We'll talk about an upset. I was really looking forward to a long, competitive match by 2 veteran women in wrestling, but we're moving on. So coming up, Victoria Meyers, that's had a little experience at the BCW level, and then Lydia making her in-ring debut. And that's coming up next. And just a reminder, folks, all the background music on the broadcast today was provided by Taz Beats. If you have SoundCloud, go and check him out. T-A-Z space B-E-A-T-Z. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the BCW 2K YouTube channel. And when I say subscribe, make sure you also turn those notifications on. Alright, and we're set for this 4th and final matchup of the first round. Here comes Victoria Meyers from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, standing at 5'10", 215 pounds. And Victoria Meyers coming to the ring very cool, calm, collected, and confident. And I gotta say, I'm hoping we don't see another match like that last one. I'm still in shock how quickly Quinn made short work of Jess Anderson. And Victoria Meyers is ready, and here comes the dazzling Lydia from Boston, Massachusetts, 5'8" and 150 pounds. This is her first professional in-ring bout. And she's going to have quite an obstacle in front of her. Vic Meyers has experience. And will that be enough to get the 1-2-3 on Lydia? And what is this thing with these women and loving their own reflection? This is the second woman tonight that came out with a mirror. Guess it's not enough to see yourself on BCW television, but you gotta see yourself the whole time you walk to the ring. Vic Meyers is ready, Lydia's ready, the ref's ready, and here we go. Lydia, quick on the offensive. Jawbreaker. Lydia dragging Myers to the middle of the ring. And a kick to the midsection by Lydia. And another kick to the back. Lydia staying on the offensive with these stomps. Vic Myers now getting a punch to the midsection in herself. And a tackle with some punches. Vic Myers just went on a warpath. Now she's picking Lydia up. And he's got her in a guillotine submission. But look at the knee strikes by Lydia. Trying to get back in this matchup. Wait a second. Snap suplex by Victoria Meyers. Staying on the offensive with those strikes to the back. Picking her up. Oh, and just slamming her head to the mat. Holding her by the hair. Now on the second turnbuckle. And dropping the knee. Right on the head of Lydia. And Myers is fired up. Lydia crawling, trying to get to her feet. And wait a second. Trying to take the offensive in the arm lock. But Myers with a great reversal into an arm drag. Getting out of it. Lydia goes for the grapple. Reversible by Myers. Now Myers, German suplex. Launching Lydia right into the turnbuckle. And Myers just seems to be in control of this match. And that's the first pin attempt. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lydia. And so far tonight, we've had a ton of surprises. But it'd be something. Wait a second. Hurricane Rana by Lydia. Taking control of the match and a knee strike to the back. Lydia on the second turnbuckle. Dives with a splash. And now she's going for a pin attempt. 1 and a kick out. Quick kick out by Victoria Meyers. She's not ready to give up. Oh, and Lydia just ripping at the face of Myers. But Myers catches Lydia into a gut-wrench suplex. And now stomping Lydia as she's on the ground and slamming her face against the mat. Fireman's carry by Lydia. Taking control. And a dropping suplex. Tossing Victoria Meyers around with no regard. And now talking at the neck of Victoria Meyers. One hand on the jaw, one on the top of the head, and just slamming her down. Both these women are just relentless here. And what a suplex by Lydia. And a counter by Myers. Now Myers in control. What's she going to do next? And what another type of modified suplex. I got to say one thing. These women are innovative. 1, 2, and that's a kick out by Lydia. I thought that was going to be another surprise 3 count. Victoria Meyers taking too much time. Needs to stay on her. Mounting Lydia with some punches and a stomp to the chest. Victoria Meyers picking Lydia up. Snapmare, putting her back down. And now she's got the headlock locked in. Breaks it. Guess she changed her mind. And wait a second, Lydia, reversal. Hits her with a reverse DDT. Lydia going to the top rope. What are we going to see? Unbelievable. Is that going to be it? 2 and a kick out. I cannot believe Myers kicked out of that. Lydia off the top rope. One of the craziest splashes I've ever seen. And Myers still kicked out. Russian leg sweep. Lydia just trying to stay on the offensive. Look at her. She's just rubbing her face against the mat. No regard, no respect. Lydia now bringing her up. Another one of those drop suplexes. And wait a second, Meyers with a leg sweep, catching Lydia off guard. Kick to the midsection, and a knee to the face, and Lydia's out. Meyers is stalking her. And this must be it. This is gonna be it. Another modified suplex. She's pulling her to the middle of the ring, and here we go. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lydia again, and Victoria Meyers cannot believe it. I thought that was it myself. Victoria Meyers hitting Lydia with a gauntlet of different maneuvers. Oh, look at the slap to the face. Victoria Meyers just has no respect. She's taking her over to the rope, putting her on that top rope, and slingshotting her out. And Victoria Meyers is now just cerebral at this point. Look at that back rake. And wait a second. Lydia with a jawbreaker. That's how she started this match. Is that the opening Lydia needed to try to retake control of the match? A back rake of her own. These women are going back and forth. And a backbreaker. And look at her talking the back of Meyers. Breaks it because she was too close to the ropes. But wait a second. What is this? I thought we were going to see a choke slam, but it looked like a modified STO. Leg sweeping her down. And a Hurricane Rana. Lydia with the athleticism. And so far, this has been a back and forth contest, but now Lydia with the third vertical drop suplex of the night is taking control of this match. Putting Meyers up on her shoulders. Wait a second. Her back gave out. She couldn't hold Meyers up there. Fireman's carry though. Kick to the midsection. Wait a second. Oh, look at that pin attempt. 1, 2, and that's a kick out. I thought Meyers was close enough to grab that bottom rope, but that maneuver Lydia had her in prevented her from reaching. And now Meyers on the offensive. Swinging neck breaker by Meyers. And wait a second, Lydia's on the outside apron. And a spear to Lydia, knocking her onto the outside. And wait a second, now this is getting out of hand here. This match only ends in one way. And that's inside the JMP ring. And come on, Meyers, get her back in the ring. Look at this. Stalling vertical suplex on the outside, taking her time. The ref's count was at 5, I believe. 6. If these women aren't careful, they're going to get counted out. And Meyers wisely throwing Lydia back into the ring. Now Meyers with a right hand connects in a reverse DDT for good measure. Dragging Lydia into the middle of the ring. And here we go, a pin attempt. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Victoria Meyers moving on to the next round in this tournament. And she'll have to face Quinn, who was very impressive in her first match of the night. But this match was back and forth, folks. As you can see, various suplexes. This incredible show of athleticism by Lydia off the top rope. Lydia must have hit her with at least 3 or 4 of those vertical drop suplexes. Victoria Meyers, though, going on to the next round, where she's going to have one tough match ahead of her. Because Quinn came in here and beat Jess Anderson without even breaking a sweat. And we're back to the top of the bracket. Tiffany Weaver and Violet Draven set to go one-on-one in the first match of round 2. And that is next. All right, folks, we had an awesome round 1 to this tournament. We're already in round 2. And as the darkness falls over the JMP arena, Tiffany Weaver defeated Amber Crawford in the last round in a very competitive matchup. 6 foot even, 165 pounds from Salem, Massachusetts. 1-0 on the night. Can she win just one more to get to the finals? You gotta wonder what's going through the head of Tiffany Weaver. The pressure is on, folks. There's only one slot to be had to get into that championship match out of this one. And she looks ready. And here comes Violet Draven. Previously defeated Krystal Torres. She's 5'7", 151 pounds from the Czech Republic. Tonight's not only the first time of her wrestling on BCW television, but she's also the first time she's wrestled in the United States. And she even has a shot of being the first ever JMP Women's Champion. And I think we're ready, folks. There's Weaver. There's Draven. Ref is ready, and we're underway. And right away, Weaver. Fall away slam. Picks Draven up, but Draven hits her with a surprise reverse DDT. Now picking Weaver up. Knocking her right back down. And what is she doing? From the other side of the ring, hits a splash off the second turnbuckle. And goes to kick Weaver while she's on the ground. Weaver reverses, and what a back slam by Weaver. Tiffany Weaver using her size advantage there, just picking it up Draven like a rag doll. And what a slam to the top of her knee. And now forearms to the head. Weaver in control. And look at that iron lock on the trap of Draven. Now slamming her right arm against the mat. Now Weaver on the second turnbuckle, dropping another forearm on the head of Violet Draven. And that's a pin attempt. One, and that's a kick out. 1 count. Draven is not ready to give up yet. But Weaver staying on the offensive. And look at the confidence on Tiffany Weaver. Giving Violet time to get to her feet. Snap mare by Draven. And now got Tiffany in a headlock. Applying pressure. Trying to choke out Tiffany Weaver. But wait a second. Weaver showing life. Elbows to the midsection of Draven. But Draven back in the offensive. Irish whip. Misses the drop kick. Giving Weaver the chance to get back in this. And wait a second. And that's a choke slam by Tiffany Weaver. Violet Draven looks out cold. And there we go. 1, 2, and a kick out after the choke slam. And Weaver can't believe it. She was for sure thought it was over. And it's going to take more than a choke slam to put down Draven. And she's got her up for that tombstone. Tombstone pile driver. And wait a second, going for the pin right here. But Draven was way too close to the rope. And Draven able to kick Weaver in the head. Ends up getting Weaver to the ground. Now kicks to the back by Draven. And there's this elbow strike that we saw earlier. That backflip dropping the knees right on the midsection. And now there's a pin attempt of Draven's, and that's only a 2 count. So far, back-to-back action. Back and forth, very competitive. And there's the stunner. There's the stunner by Violet. 1, 2, and that's a kick out. And if you remember in the last match, folks, it took Violet Draven 2 of those stunners to get the win. And wait a second. Tiffany Weaver back on the offensive. And she's going for a quick pin. 1, and that's a kick out. Tiffany Weaver's going to have to do more than that to take out Violet Draven. Picks Violet up to her feet. And it looks like another chokeslam attempt right in the middle of the ring. And you wonder if that's enough. But Weaver's not going for the pin. Picking her back up. and hits her with a DDT. And it now looks like Tiffany Weaver's calling for another tombstone pile driver. Puts her up. Here we go, folks. Dead center in the ring, and this has got to be it right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. I cannot believe it. Violet Draven showing that competitor's edge. There's an elbow drop by Weaver. The same thing that happened last match with Draven. Got hit with 2 rock bottoms and kicked out every time. And wait a second. Look at the athleticism by Draven. Picking Weaver up. But Weaver reverses and chops Draven down to size. Puts Draven in the corner. Oh man. And Weaver just drops Draven midsection on that top rope. And there's a pin attempt after that. It must be it. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Tiffany Weaver moving on to the next round. Not the way you'd expect that one to end. There's one of the first choke slams. There's the tombstone pile driver. Draven with the backflip knee strike to the midsection. The stunner by Draven, which you figured that you only needed to hit one more to actually be able to pull a win out of this. But it was only a 2 count. In the end, Tiffany Weaver moves on to the finals. She gets to sit back and watch to see who her opponent will be in the championship match. All right, folks, coming up next is Quinn versus Victoria Meyers. And you got to wonder what to expect out of this, because Quinn made very short work of Jess Anderson in her first match in this tournament, while Victoria Meyers had to actually put some work in to get her victory. And just a reminder, folks, if you haven't already, subscribe to the BCW 2K YouTube channel. And when I say subscribe, make sure you hit the notifications on. Also, tonight's background music was brought to you by Taz Beats. Check them out on SoundCloud. That's TazBeatz. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram, BCW_2K or JMP2_2K. And it's about to get dark again in Providence, Rhode Island. The silent but deadly Quinn re-enters the JMP Arena. And as you remember, last round, Quinn made short work of Jess Henderson, beating her in about 5 seconds flat. Quinn's a former HTW Women's Champion. She's 5'7", 151 pounds, from Cincinnati, Ohio. And I gotta say, I can't wait for this match. Really interested to see if it's gonna be a lot more competitive than the last one of Quinn's. Or will Victoria Meyers be able to make this an actual competitive bout between two top women's superstars? And here comes Victoria Meyers, 5'10", 215 pounds, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. After a competitive match versus Lydia in the last round, she was able to come up on top. All she has to do is get through Quinn, and she's on to the championship round. And Quinn's ready. Meyers ready. Ref's ready. And we're underway. And right away, Quinn, with her impressive offense, seemed like a spinning head scissors there. A barrage of strikes by Quinn. And an Irish whip into the other turnbuckle. And a backbreaker by Quinn. And a quick pin attempt, one. And a kick out by Meyers. So this match has already broken the time period it took for the last one of Quinn's matches. And look at Quinn actually giving the fans a show this time around. Rolling Meyers over, but Meyers now crawling to her feet. Rolling back on her feet, and what a kick to the head by Meyers now. Meyers is sick of taking Quinn's crap. She's going right back at her. And a tackle with some strikes to the head by Victoria Meyers. Goes for some sort of slam. Wait a second, a headbutt by Quinn. Now Meyers to her feet. Wait. Meyers reverses. Goes for a drop kick. Quinn reverses. I can't even keep up, folks. And a kick to the head by Quinn with a bunch of strikes. Kick to the midsection. This is back and forth, back and forth. Meyers in the corner. Quinn hitting the lower back of Meyers. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait. Oh, just throws Meyers' shoulder into the ring post. Meyers able to hit Quinn with a monkey flip after that. But you gotta believe her shoulder must be killing her. Now kicks to the midsection. And a short-handed DDT by Victoria Meyers. Now Quinn is down. Meyers picks her up. And it looks like snap suplex. Victoria Meyers going for a pin attempt. One. And a kick out. I don't even know if that was a one count. Now both women to their feet. And there's that backflip. That backflip cutter by Quinn. And a DDT. And I thought you'd see a pin attempt after that, but no. Picks Meyers up a third time. And a fireman's carry suplex. And it looks like, wait a second, great reversal by Victoria Meyers. Looked like a powerbomb, went into a face buster. Gets Quinn in those head scissors and shoves some elbows right into the top of the skull. And a German suplex by Meyers, tossing Quinn to the other side of the ring. And here we go. We got another pin attempt. 1, 2, and a kick out by Quinn. And this was the match I was hoping for. Nothing short and sweet. Just two competitors going at it, jockeying for position. And another snap suplex by Quinn. And a falling fist to the face of Victoria Meyers. A kick to the back. And another falling fist. And now Quinn just raking at the face of Victoria Meyers. And there's that backflip once again. Quinn used that to win in the last round. But it's going to take a lot more to take out Victoria Meyers. And wait a second, just knocked Meyers outside. And under the second rope, suicide dive to the outside. And now this match has gotten out of hand. It's onto the outside of the ring. And Quinn seems to be in control here. Quinn using the barriers here as a weapon. But wait a second, Meyers with a reversal arm drag. But now Quinn, a hit to the midsection, and slams Meyers back down. And these two women need to get back in the ring. And that's exactly what Quinn was thinking. So back in the ring, dragging Meyers to the middle of the ring. And here we go, we got a pin attempt. 1, 2, and that's a kick out by Meyers. That's not gonna do it. Quinn staying on Meyers, knee to the back, picking Meyers to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. Quinn taking her time. And another backflip, caught her into a pin attempt. 2, 3, and that's gonna be it. Quinn moves on to the finals. Unbelievable. And this was a competitive match. Quinn actually had to break a sweat this time, but she still comes up on top. As you can see, that backflip cutter that it seems Quinn loves so much, that suicide dive to the outside, but she modified it off the turnbuckles into the pin attempt. And that was enough to keep Meyers down. And Quinn, a former HTW Women's Champion, moving on to the finals. Can she become the first ever JMP Women's Champion? And we're in the final matchup, folks. Tiffany Weaver, Quinn. The winner will walk out the first ever JM Promotions Women's Champion. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to BCW 2K on YouTube. And when I say subscribe, turn on the notifications. And all the background music you've heard tonight, including the track you're listening to now, has been provided by Taz Beats. If you have SoundCloud, search them, Tazbeatz. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, BCW_2K on both, JMP 2_2K on both. And make sure you're going to check out BCW Live this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're back in the JMP Arena for the final time tonight, folks. 8 competitors came into this event, and only 2 are left. But the name of the game is winning. Only one will be crowned the first ever JM Promotions Women's Champion. And we're going to find out right now. Tiffany Weaver, 6 foot even, 165 pounds, from Salem, Massachusetts. 2-0 on the night. Can she make it a perfect 3-0 to be able to hold up the gold? She had the opportunity to witness the last matchup between Quinn and Victoria Meyers. So you gotta wonder if having that extra time to rest and the ability to scout your upcoming opponent might work in her benefit. And here she goes. Raging for the third time tonight, I'm sorry. And I'm guessing that's how she can get her head in the game. And this match is between the 2 darkest competitors on the card. Brief moment of light for the fans. But here comes the silent but deadly Quinn. Former HTW Women's Champion, 5'7", 151 pounds, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Quinn's been extremely impressive tonight, making short work of Jess Henderson, shocking the JMP world with a 5-second victory. And then a very innovative and competitive bout last round against Victoria Meyers. And here she goes. Quinn is so intimidating. But you gotta wonder if she intimidates Tiffany Weaver. And this is what it's all about. The Women's JMP Championship. Tiffany Weaver, Quinn, refs calling for the bell, and we're underway in this championship bout. Quinn right away hitting Weaver with a backbreaker, picking Weaver up with a swinging neck breaker to knock her right back down. Kicks to the midsection. Stomp on that left arm. Quick fireman's carry counter by Tiffany Weaver, picking Quinn up. Irish whip. Goes for a big boot. Quinn dodges it and then hits Weaver with a reverse DDT. And now just choking the life out of Tiffany Weaver. And that's the first pin attempt of the match. One, and a quick kick out. I don't even know if the ref's hand hit the mat. But Quinn going back in the offensive, staying very aggressive. But wait a second. Now Weaver grabs Quinn's hair, puts her on the top rope, and just slingshots her down. Now stomping to the back of Quinn. And a back body drop. Tiffany Weaver in control now. Staying with the offensive. Irish whip. Quinn right to the outside. And wait a second. Quinn with a counter. Punch to the midsection. And there's a fisherman hook suplex on the outside. And they're getting as far as that ramp there. And now dropping an elbow on the back of Weaver. But you can't win the title outside the ring. And now Weaver with a counter and a clothesline. And now just stomping Quinn. And this ref is at an 8 count. But they get back in the ring quickly. Now Quinn grabbing Weaver. What's she gonna do? Snap mare. And goes to hit her knee into the back. Weaver reverses. But wait a second, there's that backflip cutter right into a pin, but a quick kick out. That wasn't going to be enough. Oh, wait a second, I'm sorry. Pretty sure Weaver got the bottom rope there. And that was a rope break. And a quick DDT by Quinn. Picking Weaver up. And another fisherman hook suplex. And wait a second. Oh, what a move by Quinn. Every match she's been in so far tonight, folks, she does something I haven't seen before. And there's an elbow counter by Weaver, but short-lived as Quinn counters back. Irish whip into the corner. And what's Quinn gonna do? Is she just staring at Weaver? It looks like Quinn is in a trance right now. She literally let Weaver get back into this match. And now Weaver on the offensive. And that's a elevated power bomb by Tiffany Weaver. And it looks like this might be it. Yeah, it's this tombstone pile driver. And hits it. And is that going to be it? Do we have a new women's champion? 1, 2, and that's a kick out. Quinn kicked out. 2 count. Wait a second. Weaver to the top rope. And an elbow drop off the top rope. Not giving Quinn a chance to breathe after that tombstone pile driver. Stomping to the midsection. Stomping that right arm. And a quick snap mare, putting Quinn right back on the ground. And now Weaver working at the neck of Quinn. And Quinn countering. Punch to the midsection. Then a right to the face. But here comes Weaver back. Well, nope, this is back and forth. Hurricane Rana by Quinn to shut down the exchange. Dragging her in the middle of the ring. And there's that fist drop that we saw last match. And a kick to the back. And another counter. Weaver trying to get back in this match. Wait a second. Is this another elevated power bomb? And that took a lot out of Weaver as well. But she needs to get on the... She needs a pinner. Wait a second. Oh, just driving the kneecap of Quinn's into the mat. But I'm surprised there wasn't a pin attempt after that power bomb. Oh, wait a second. Another tombstone. And is 2 going to be enough? Is Tiffany Weaver the new champion? 2. And a kick out. I thought that was 3. Quinn won't give up. She's still got some fight in her after 2 tombstones. 2 elevated power bombs. Great arm drag by Quinn, though. Now Quinn, Irish whipping Weaver into the corner. And once again, it's like Quinn has no idea what to do when she gets Weaver in the corner. She's literally letting Weaver get out of the corner. And then, wait a second, maybe that's why. Hit her with another backflip cutter. Now she's moving her position. And instead of a pin attempt, hits her with the falling fist. And there goes Weaver, taking back the match, hitting her with a clothesline. And wait a second, now a choke slam. But wait a second, Quinn just got back up. Quinn stood right back up. And a modified neck breaker there by Weaver. And now just dropping forearms on the head of Quinn and now just stalking Quinn. Is this going to be a third tombstone by Tiffany Weaver, setting up for it and dropping her on it, but her feet are outside the ropes. It's going to be a rope break. Tiffany Weaver, that might cost her not paying attention to where her opponent is in the ring. Need to get her in the center of the ring. Now Quinn, Irish whipping Weaver into the corner. This time actually knew what to do. Kick to the midsection. Well, wait a second. A big body slam by Weaver, taking back control. And an elbow. A knee right to the face of Quinn. And another choke slam. I've lost count. And there's the pin attempt right there. 1, 2, and that's a kick out again. Tiffany Weaver's like, what is it going to take to put Quinn away? And here it is. Another tombstone pile driver. Good positioning. Here's the pin. 1, 2, another kick out by Quinn. And this must be enraging Tiffany Weaver. Tiffany Weaver, it must be shell-shocked. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 choke slams, 3 or 4 tombstones, but this match still won't end. Taking all of her aggravation on Quinn, but Quinn punching her way out of it. And a quick Hurricane Rana by Quinn, trying to regain the momentum here. And both women are just exhausted at this point. Quinn trying to catch her breath, down on a knee. Weaver crawling, trying to get back to her feet. And this is what it's all about. Both these women putting everything they have on the line to be the first ever champion, and that's a Russian leg sweep by Quinn, going right into a pin attempt. 1, 2, and a kick out by Weaver. Quinn wisely not wasting any time, driving the knee back in the back of Weaver. But wait, Weaver with a reverse, but a counter by Quinn, and then Quinn with a springboard crossbody from the outside apron. Irish whipping Weaver into the corner. Wait a second, is it gonna be? There it is! That backflip cutter again, but not going for the pin attempt this time. Picking her back up. Fisherman hook suplex. And it's like Quinn wants to just do as much damage as humanly possible, and a nice bridge suplex into a pin, and that's a quick kick out by Tiffany Weaver. And these women won't give up. They both want to win this title badly. And a DDT by Quinn. And wait a second, Weaver counters back with an uppercut, putting Quinn in an arm lock. Wait a second, bringing her to, oh, this is shades of The Undertaker, old school. That big strike off the top rope. And here we go. Must be the 5th choke slam of the night. And Quinn didn't even go for a pin attempt there. Just going to stay on the offensive. And look at this vertical suplex. Beautiful by Tiffany Weaver. And now it looks like Tiffany Weaver's in a trance. Allowing Quinn to get to her feet. Quinn crawling to the rope. And it looks like Tiffany Weaver's just toying with Quinn here. Stalking her for what's got to be like a 5th or 6th tombstone. But wait a second. Quinn reverses it. Hits Weaver with the tombstone. And now a backflip cutter. And that's going to be it. Quinn moving Weaver, but doesn't go for the pin. Hits the fallen fist. Kick to the back. When you think this match is going to end, it just keeps going. Oh, what a great suplex by Quinn again. But it's like none of these moves that she's hitting satisfies her. Another suplex into a bridge. 1, 2, and a kick out by Tiffany Weaver. This is unbelievable. Backflip cutter. And it looks like Quinn is out. She can't even get to her feet. She needs to get on top of Weaver for the pin. But she won't. She picks her up. And it looks like she's going for that suplex again. And there it is. Quinn is just trying to do as much damage as possible. Wait a second. Weaver with a counter. Neck breaker. Dragging Quinn in the middle of the ring. And is that going to be it? 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Tiffany Weaver is the first ever JM Promotions Women's Champion. Unbelievable. There was such a barrage of finishing moves back and forth. Elevated powerbomb. Tombstone pile driver. The reversal at one point. Quinn was able to hit Tiffany Weaver with a tombstone pile driver. But in the end, all it took was a neck breaker. And Tiffany Weaver is going down into history as JMP's first women's champion. What a night. Folks, we'd like to thank you for joining us for this broadcast. As I said before, if you haven't already, subscribe to the BCW 2K YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that notification button on. All the background music beats, including this one, was brought to you by Taz Beats. Look him up on SoundCloud, TazBeatz. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, BCW_2K, JMP_2K. Thank you for joining us. This was the first ever tournament for the JMP Women's Championship. And Tiffany Weaver is the first ever women's champion. Thank you so much, folks. Have a good night.